Yo, what up? Sorry guys, I don't feel like being on camera today. I'm a little tired, so I don't really feel like being on camera today, but voice should do, you know. So, chapter 583, man. Well, the scans for 583. Whew. Y'all saw my reaction. I was going crazy, you know. And by the way, I am simultaneously cooking while streaming. Don't recommend this, but so if I dip off for a second, just know that's what I'm doing. I'll probably just put the music back on and just go check on it for a sec. But yeah, guys, crazy in this chapter. I wasn't a fan of the second half with Bomb. It just felt a little time wasty, a little bit too much talking for me. But I appreciate all the comments and stuff I got. You guys for correcting me on Coon writing that message. Yeah, that message was a little annoying, but regardless, yeah. So as I always say, I cannot talk about direct things that happened in the chapter, or it is an unofficial release. So I can only reference and talk about some smaller details, but nothing in general what's happening. So with that being said, yeah, I'm gonna go get into these comments, and I want to thank you guys for joining me. I know a lot of people watch the stream after because I don't stream consistently, and my timing is not all that because it's not necessarily what I do. I spend a lot of time working on videos. Other than obviously I work on Tower of God videos, but I work on other stuff as well. My channel, I've always tried to make it more than Tower of God. When it came off hiatus, obviously I've had some pretty good success with talking about TOG, and Tower of God is like, besides like One Piece, those two are my top two like favorite series of all time. So I don't mind doing the content about it, but I did always have bigger visions for my channel. So, but I'm having a lot of success with Tower of God, and it's fun, and I like the little community that I've built here so far, and I'm gonna keep on going with it. So, yeah, going to get to these comments in a sec. As soon as I get there. Actually, I need to check on this food real quick. Be right back. Sorry about that. I was supposed to prepare this food beforehand, but I kind of lost track of time. I'm working on this I'm working on this Harry Potter video, and I've been like kind of working on it all day, and I'm trying to do it right this time. You know, working on YouTube videos is a little bit difficult, you know, because you know, you work so hard on some videos, and I got some videos I really spent a lot of time on, and like they didn't do well, and that can be kind of depressing, you know, kind of shy you away from it for a little while, and that's kind of what happened to me these like last 2 weeks. Like I haven't been releasing as many videos as I normally do, just because like you put so many hours into it, and it can drain you. It really can. Tower of God, I've been consistent with that because I know that you guys enjoy my videos, and I really appreciate that. So if anything, I'm gonna get my Tower of God videos out, but everything else, like I said, I have bigger vision with my channel, so I have to keep working on those things when I have the time. And yeah, so this one, I'm spending a lot of time on it. Like I'm been spending like last like 3 days on it, and it's probably gonna take me into the weekend. I'm just gonna try to really do it right this time, and just keep going at it, man. Like that's what this whole thing is about when it comes to YouTube. You know, getting better and trying to figure out your style. So I think with Tower of God, I figured out my style pretty well. So anyway, let's get to these comments because y'all was talking, man. Y'all was talking this week. Um, so let's get to it. All right. So I'm saying, I start from the bottom up. So we got my boy Ninja Naruto Nightman. What a name. Ninja Naruto Nightman with a comment saying, everybody needs to die in this. Whoa, what, bro? Wait, this ain't the first comment. It just says top. Yeah, no, this is not the first comment. The first comment should have came from somebody else. Yeah, yeah, no. Oh, okay, yeah, it was Davino. I'm about to say that's not right. Um, anyway, Davino125 with the first comment. He says, "Great review, man. I do have a minor critique. Bomb wasn't the one who sent the message to Yuri. It was Kun. The rest of the review I agree with. Uh, Thank you, Davino. You are the first one to correct me about that. Yeah, I peeped it. I went and looked afterwards, and yeah, that was definitely a Kun message. Um, Evangelical, hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. Um, but yeah, Davino, yeah, he was the first one to correct me about the message to Yuri. So I appreciate that. Because yeah, I sped through the chapter and I read through it twice, but I really didn't even notice that because I was so annoyed with how Bomb was acting this entire time. I just like didn't even bother to look at some of the details. So, um, but moving on, we got Let Me Solo Her. I actually I missed that game. Demon Souls. No, Elden Ring. What am I talking about? Elden Ring. Yeah, I played Elden Ring when it first came out. I caught onto the hype train. I did enjoy the game a lot. I've been meaning to get back into it because I heard there have been some changes and some updates to certain things. But anyway, off topic. Kieran heads for PB station. He says that Kieran heads for PB station. An infiltrator told him that Bomb was there, but as you said, he's gone, and Kieran doesn't know that Bomb is leaving this of that because Bomb is left discreetly. So unless there's an infiltrator or robot outside who warns Kieran, it looks like we have Kieran versus Yuri plus Tiara plus Matt plus Chop plus Elbaba, Garuru, and Snake Dude. um, which is Sea Steak. So yeah, let me solo her. Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, what I was saying before in the review was that Kieran is not going to Lobanon. He's not. Um, he would have to be going to the station, and like we may not see him like reach Bomb at all, because nobody knows besides Yuri that he's leaving. So that'll make for a really interesting exchange at the station. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, is Tiara like obviously like when Kira shows up, it's gonna be like what the fuck? because I think he's going to make a grand entrance. Obviously, oh, there's some of the food. He's going to make a grand entrance. Obviously, he has to. But when he shows up, are they like going to go out and like face him? Like, what happens here? Like, is he going to threaten them? Like, bring out the 25th bomb? Like, I want to capture him, and then then Yuri reveals that like, yeah, he's gone, he's not here, and like, is she put in a situation where they have to fight? Now, you guys know my theory. I think that Kieran's working with Pobidu, but I don't know if everybody's keen to that. So I don't know if TR is necessarily keen to that. That's my own theory, but I don't know if she's keen to that information. So this might be like a huge exchange here. Like I don't think Yuri's strong. Like Yuri's not stronger than Kieran, so it would be a mistake for him to attack her. But he seems desperate, like because he just I can't go into details, but he just got his peeps eliminated. So him attacking somebody from another family is not far fetched, bro. It is not far fetched at all. It could totally happen. So if anybody's gonna do it, it would be Kieran to do it, right? Because yeah, obviously he's kind of abandoned his family. So this could get sticky because if he does put some harm on Yuri, the Ha family has to get into it, right? Like they have to. Ooh, that's spicy, man. I haven't thought about that until just now. My ideas always come when I'm on stream, but Jesus, God, that could get real sticky, man. But yeah, potentially that brawl going on at the PB station could be crazy. It could be crazy. I mean, not saying that Yuri's gonna die, but what if Kieran like potentially kills Yuri? Like, ooh, like obviously she has like such importance to the story that she's not gonna die, guys. Of course not. But he could wound her pretty badly, man. Like she might have to double ignite here. So her and TR together, if they fight him, then and Cha and Sea Snake, then like it might be okay. If they gang up on him. But as far as like who knows what's gonna happen, man? Like that's a wild setup right there from by CU. So I know everybody calls him SIU, but I like to say CU. It's easier. I'm one of those guys who pronounces um acronyms. So like I play Call of Duty, and people say UAV, I say U. Like it's just simpler. But anyway, thank you. Let me solo her for that comment. Um, we got my boy Terrence Collins, always showing love every week. Appreciate you. He says, man, Gustine's crew are much more capable than I thought. Why can't I look at the replies? That's weird. Give me a second. Because we have a bit of a discussion there. YouTube Studios is so it's so butt, man. Like it really is like a butt app. Like they really need to like do something with it. I should be able to just go to my video and just look at all my comments, but I can't. It's like the strangest thing. Let's see if I can get in here. Here we go. All right. Yeah, so he says that Gustane's crew is more capable than we thought, and I've always thought that since they've been mentioned to be like one of the weaker families, that they have to be superior in some way, and obviously knowledge is that, but what comes with knowledge comes with being able to outwit other people. So with that being said, I'm not surprised that they have plans in place to set up Lobopia at all. We all know that Lobopia will be annihilated. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing your names. It's CD, but yeah, absolutely. Like the flag is raised, man. Like if this chapter has raised it. Like half the family is going down. Like I don't know if that's half the force, but that's about half the family. So losing half your like fighting power is like that's GG, bro. Like Gustin commit an error. Lobanon is not the one that gets the books. It's Yama. Well, 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 well. What do you mean, CD? Because it's a fake. But is it a fake? this is this is one of the crazy things about the chapter. So we get a reveal that I can't say exactly what's going on, but we get a reveal that it's possibly a fake, but Giscard was obviously sent there. So it's just like, is it or is it not? Like there's some confusing actions here. Now, if Gustang just has Giscard acting the part, then cool. But it's like somebody else said in the comment section. It seems like a wasted effort to send somebody who's obviously a first librarian, high ranker, to a place like that just to act. So I don't know, man. Um, but just getting back to this comment. Oh, they had a little discussion here. I didn't see this. So this is in Terrence Collins' comment. I was telling someone that I'm pretty sure that they said they were the weakest family. Pobitu might be the weakest, but they are probably the smartest family of nerds. Pobitu family is currently the weakest, but they haven't pulled all their princess any card. That's true. That's true. And then somebody asked, how are they the weakest? It's who was that? Carl Johnson. They mentioned earlier in the series. I can't remember where, but it's mentioned that the Pobitu is the weakest family in terms of combat strength. Now, if any Zahar is unsealed, I'm pretty sure that ranking changes because she was ranked what, 7th when she was in her when she was active. So that's like considerable strength. So when she's active, I'm pretty sure they're not ranked the weakest family anymore. But yeah, that's just in Terrence. I was going over Terrence Collins' comment, guys. They were having a discussion inside of it. CD. Also, the members of the 10 great families are not important. Just the family head. If Trom is alive, and that's all that matters. True. That's what basically what he said. Was in the last chapter, the chapter before 581. That all they care about is each other. So, with that being said, that while that's not important, it's when we're talking about fighting strength though, like the family is important because Gustang can obviously have his family members carry out other things while he's doing something. Like obviously, like what I'm saying is obviously the family heads are the important parts of their family. Like they are like 90% of the family, but that 10% matters in time in terms of we're talking about a war. So you can still have that 10% do something, for you. For instance, how Gustang has his family retrieving the book that he needs. Like obviously he has to keep Trom busy, but that 10% does matter. So with that being said, because while they're godly beings, they can't do necessarily everything. So like for instance, like Gustang needed Bomb to go get the bracelet for him. Like so people, they still have their relevancy. Regular people still have their relevancy in the story. But continuing on to the comments, we got Brian Q6244. My favorite part was Yuri talking to Bopitu's daughter about the family heads helping. Yuri was like, even if y'all band together, the princesses alone will be enough to basically stop any family. Yeah, I thought that was such a reach, bro. Like, I'll be sorry guys, I gotta step away again. Just gotta make sure this food's all good. So I'll be back in 1 minute. Didn't even take a minute. It's all good. So I'm sorry. Going back to Brian's comment. Yeah. So I thought that what she said, bro, was kind of a huge reach, dude. And I'll get to the other comments who kind of explain in detail more about the power scaling because I'm not a power scaler, but that's such an asinine statement, bro. Oh, 1 second, guys. 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to go answer the door real quick. Um, Tilly King. How though? Like, I'm not understanding I'm not understanding it. Like, we have to really put this into perspective. How strong the princess has got to be. First off, we don't know all the princesses. We only know what we've seen. So true, Tilly. We haven't seen them all, but the strongest one that we currently know about who is active is, in fact, Adori, right? But understand, but like you got to understand what the amount of people we're talking about here, guys. Like, we're talking about a lot of people here, like 10 great families, and you're talking about people like exactly serious. Like, Adori is the number one problem. Like, she's the only one that we currently know about who is a top 10 in the tower. So besides her, who else do we have here? And I don't know how strong she is. I don't know how to put that. Like, while she's a top 10 in the tower, I don't know how to scale that. So let's just say Adori is able to take on three families worth of armies, right? So Pobidu Lobo Piaha family, and we're not talking about the family heads. We're just talking about vice captains and third in charge. So like kind of like a Kieran Lobanon situation. So if she could take on like six extreme high rankers, cool. But there are 6, 7 whole other families. Not to mention the Coon family is huge. The Ari family are huge. They're said to be the biggest families, like way bigger than the other ones. So they probably have much, much more higher people. So how are the princesses dealing with that? Like, I can't see it, dude. I just can't. Like, maybe if any was unsealed and being used, okay. But we just don't know enough about the rest of the other princesses. And like half the princesses we currently know about are regulars. They're regulars. Like, so I'm not I'm not seeing the correlation, man. Like, I can't see it. Like, all the armies of all the families, bro. I can't see it, bro. I can't see it. It just the math don't make sense to me. So that statement was really outlandish. I'm still not getting it. It's still not registering for me. Um, I think her statement was more hype, talking up her sister. Yeah, and that's fine if she was just blowing gas, but like that's such a crazy thing to say, man. Remember the one who fought bomb and she was destroying her own army? Like, it's nothing. I can see that. I don't know, Brian. Man, the math just don't work with me, man. The math just don't work. It just don't work. And then to say, I don't think if this ever came down to it, I don't think that Machini is gonna fight against her. Like, I don't think Machini's fighting against anybody. Like, I don't think Machini is gonna turn on and try to fight anybody. Like, Machini's loyal. I think Machini's truly loyal to her father. Her actions have kind of been like been towards being loyal to her, like her own objective. She's not necessarily loyal to Zahard, and she's a key figure in terms of how strong the princesses are. So yeah, I can't see her being involved in that. But yeah, we do know there are huge numbers of Zahara princesses. We don't. It's just we don't know them all. So the statement is crazy simply for that reason. Is that we just don't know them all. All we know is that any Zahard and Adori Zahard, and you probably throw Garam up there too, are pretty nuts. Like, they're all pretty nuts. But that's it. We don't know about Pondo Zahard, and they kind of had to jump any. Like, all of them, they pretty much had to jump any Zahard. So that doesn't bode well with me. Like understand that Adori, who was it, Pondo, Macheni, they all had to jump any. So just to capture her. So I don't know how strong these other princesses are. Right, right, right. Zahar probably can, directly control them. So, yeah, man. I still think that that statement is outlandish. Until we get more reveals of other princesses from other families, um, that just don't rock with me, because there are plenty of other princesses, right? There are other 13-month series that we haven't seen. Like so, there's got to be a huge number of them that are high rankers, right? But as far as with the information that we have, it just don't register. So yes and no though, because Brian's comment with Zahara taking action. Yes and no, because she said princesses, so I don't know if that necessarily counts as a hard. Um, she made it sound like it's just like all the girls that handle it. So yeah, exactly, Tilly. When it comes down to the end, Yuri has already she's already in taboo. Like she's already doing things she's not supposed to be doing. Like she's already can have her princess. She honestly should have her title stripped from her from the things she's done for Bomb. So which has been a mystery for me too. Like Yuri has been helping Bomb, like hardcore helping Bomb. Like why hasn't her status been stripped from her for real? For real? Like is it her grandmother, her great grandmother who's saving her from that? Because like high key, like the reason why Bomb is where he is because of Yuri. So her even saying that just sounds weird, right? Because you're not even loyal. So what are we talking about here? Yeah, her statement. Now that she said that, that just sounds weird because you're not even necessarily loyal to Zahar. Like if it came down to it, if she had to fight Bomb, I don't see her doing it. Gotta pause real quick, guys, real quick. Okay, back. Sorry. Um, yeah, and that's the big question, right, CD? Like, um, who is the family that's helping Gustang? Because obviously, if he's ranked the weakest family, there's absolutely like logically speaking, Gustang's not a stupid person, so it doesn't make sense for him to challenge everybody. That's kind of what Yuri was getting at in the scans, is that you know why is your father challenging everybody? Because that's what it looks like to somebody on the outside looking in. But it's just, and then she asks, asks her, is he aligned with anybody? And I gotta stop saying aligned, allied, allied. I be speak. Sorry, I'm from Philly. We speak a little fast. Al, who is she? Who is he allied with? And my guess would be Edwin, just based on Edwin's Edwin. He seems like one who I got into detail about this in another stream, my last stream I did, I think. But he seems like somebody who may not be necessarily being manipulated by Zahar, being that his data version was the only one that couldn't be destroyed by Zahar. So I want to assume that he's one that's not necessarily being manipulated. If we assume that's what the narrative is, um, right, right. So it's I think it's got to be him. I don't know about Blossom because Blossom sealing away any and not necessarily telling Gustang where she hit him or where she hit her doesn't sound like they would be allied, right? Like that doesn't make sense to me. You know, Is she helping as a traitor? She likes him, not hating the king. Uh, but the thing is, Tilly, she's already done things that are taboo, like super taboo. Like for instance, giving Bomb the Black March. That is enough to like completely X her out of being a Zahar princess. I don't even know if Zahar knows that, but if he got knowledge that one of his keys was given to the boy of prophecy, there's absolutely no way he wouldn't like terminate her as a Zahar princess. So yeah, I that part is a mystery to me because it's like that's extreme taboo, dude. Like extremely. Like we already saw how I don't like Lalal and Shalal, but we already see how Lalal reacted to um Andrasi helping out Bomb, like early on when they fought. Like why are you helping this irregular? Like it was like such a like she was willing to snitch on her basically, and she said, if I snitch on you, you'll get your status pool. So like the same thing should happen to Yuri because like she's protecting him from Caliban and everything. So how is it that she's like allowed to roam around like this? Right, but it's yeah. She shouldn't be allowed to do what she's doing. If we're just thinking about how bad how taboo it is for Zahara princesses to fall in love, like that's the reason why some of them have been killed and messed around with falling in love. Like it's taboo. So Yuri may not she may not like been necessarily giving love vibes because their relationship is weird, right? Like it's kind of like big brother, big sister, but I feel like I hate to say I think that like if Bomb did try to pursue, I can't even say that. Their relationship weird, dude. Like I can't even say that. But I think Yuri comes from one of the strongest families. Remember when she got captured, she said, "I won't run because her family will turn their back." Right? Probably, probably. Yuri probably is the strongest princess produced from her family. Speaking of which, I've always wanted to see how that dynamic works, right? Because so there's obviously got to be more than one princess from a certain family. So like Shalal and Malal are sisters, so they're not going to necessarily beef, right? But I mean, like, is there another Zahar princess in the Kun family? Like, I wanted to see how like those dynamics work. Like, yes, like that's your sister and that's your family, and you're also ranked with Zahar. But the ultimate goal for the princesses, right, is to collect all the 13-month series. So, like, how does that work? Like, Shalal and Lala are sisters, so they're not going to fight each other. But like, let's not forget the objective of Zahara princesses are is to collect the all the series. So I don't know. I don't know. That's getting off topic though. I don't want to get too far off topic here. Um, but just to I was going over your comment, Brian. Actually, so I'm just gonna read Fedora's response to you, but I think the answer in a way is her being delusional. Like I don't think she ever expected Zahar's family to be without allies at any point. So she's starting to realize that other families can act on their own. So that was Maria Jahad. Maria's Maria's also Zahar princess. Is she really, bro? I don't. We have like almost no information on her, but I didn't. Is she actually? Yes, you guys are right. You guys are right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I totally forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Of, of course she is, but she's still a regular though. So yeah, but she's yeah, yeah, yeah. She's still a regular though. So that's what I'm saying. like a lot of the Zahara princesses that we know about are regulars. So it's just like they don't pose no threat to nobody. Interesting though. I forgot that she was a Zahara princess. Huh. I wonder if she's stronger than Andrasi. I wonder if she's stronger than Andrasi. Huh. Okay. But yeah. Thank you for the comment, Brian. Gonna move forward with this. So we got Infernal Firestyle here. Speaking of the big rack thing, reminds me a lot of something similar happening to Yiwa. How drawing her flame supposedly made his hands hurt, and then he draws fucking Evan kills. Yeah, bruh. So listen, guy, I really that rack outburst during the review, that was not planned. Like that kind of happened while I was recording because it just kind of infuriated me. Like towards the end, like when I was like finishing up the chapter, it just like really infuriated me. Like I love Rack's character, bro, but like that him being so insignificant in the chapter was just like annoying, bro. It was like so unnecessary. Like I understand it's comedy, bro, but nah, bro. That's like I'm a little biased because he's one of my favorite characters, but I just don't like this. Like it just doesn't sit right with me. And like what Infernal Firestyle said, I can't pretend to be an illustrator. I've been a shitty drawer my entire life. Like I used to be that kid in the back of classroom drawing Dragon Ball Z with the rest of his friends, and mine's always look like shit. So I can't draw. I can't pretend to draw shit. But at the same time, I just don't understand like some of the art that we've gotten has been so fantastic. And maybe because they're more one-offs, they're not that, we don't get the like some of the ship designs have been like extremely detailed and extremely good. But like for somebody as important as Rack, he's like an important, character in the series. He deserves his full design. But whatever's convenient for us, see you. Hey man, I can't. What can I say? But I just don't like Little Rack, dude. I really don't. Back to you guys' comments. Um, we still have yet to see the Ari princess. True, true. I don't think Edwin will turn against Zahar. For what we see, Ray and Blood Matter have a good relationship. So Zahar like Ray. Uh, See, the thing with Blood Matter though, that what bothers me is, and I've spoken on this before, is that why is it that his immortality contract is different from everybody else's? Like that just doesn't scream loyalty to me. Like there's something weird there, and that needs to be explained. Because why? Like Zahar's the one who made the deals to get everybody immortality, correct? So why is it that Blood Matters and immortality contract is different? His family has a shorter lifespan because his contract is different. There needs to be an explanation about that. Like that sucks. So is he loyal to Zahard? Based on what we know, maybe. But my head canon tells me if you didn't negotiate a contract for me the same as everybody else's, and then my family has to suffer for it, I'm holding a grudge against you. So is blood matter? Eh, yeah, I don't know. You good, Tilly? You good, man? Be safe. Don't want you to crash. Um, Printing it is what it is. Sadly, Rack doesn't bring much to the table here. He isn't a tactician or smart like AA, and he is in a situation against rankers, high rankers, and family heads. Yeah, well, that's been kind of the season, right? Printing like the season's kind of been all about high rankers, and that's one of the things that scares me about when we get out of this war because I don't know where we go from there. Because Bomb is high ranker level, so the rest of his friends aren't. So I don't think we're ever going to go back to the Tower of God of climbing because Bomb will be able to pass every test on each floor, no problem. Like it'll be easy. So I don't think we can ever go back to the tower god of climbing the tower. It's just he's too distant unless he's away from his friends and takes a separate path. And that would be weird. I don't know if I would like that. I would have to give that some more thought. But getting off topic again. But yeah, Rack has never been a tactician or anything. But it's Siu's kind of written himself into a corner when it comes to Rack, and it sucks. But just like you said, it is what it is. Um, you got a theory about that contract? Do share, Tilly. Do share. I love theories. Um, Also, maybe each family has to receive punishments for immortality. We don't know. Like Ray is destined to be betrayed. Hmm, that is a good theory, CD. That is actually a fire theory. W thought process. You just sent my brain to the moon. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Then what would be Gustang's? Hmm. His family is cursed with weakness, like being weak. Hmm. Huh. That's an interesting theory. I like that. I do like that. But I like that theory though. I think based on how Gustang talks, Trom, I think like his betrayal is based on his history. Like I said, I like your theory, but I think his is more of the history and just based on what Gustang knows about Trom, their entire lives. Um, but that would be a cool theory if there was like a price to pay that they all have to pay, and Blood Matter simply just chose, to give the lifespan of his family. That's some dirty shit to do, though. That's some fucked up shit to do. But yeah, I agree. Bomb might have to go solo. Yeah, man. Yeah, printing like seriously. It just I don't like the idea of it's basically like a level 100 Pokemon carrying all the level 20 Pokemon. Like that's ass, bro. That's not fun. Like it's not fun. It's not a fair fight. So yeah, just let him go do his own thing. He might have to take another path, honestly. But we don't know what C's cooking. So I don't want to make too many judgments, about where the story's going when it comes to everybody's level. Like he did try to give Rack and Coon like a power boost with defeating White, but even then we still can't even scale them. Like I don't even know how to scale them because they don't fight anymore. Like they honestly don't fight anymore. We see Bomb fighting, we don't see them fighting. So that's one of the things that sucks for me because after like the hidden floor, I wanted to see them use more of their abilities, especially Coon. But yeah, I digress. I digress. But yeah, moving on. Thank you, Infernal Firestyle, for that comment. Um, we got Ace02 with the I don't think Kieran is a traitor. Maybe he teams up with Gustang to bring back the old Tron. That is a fun thought. I remember reading this comment when I was outside the other day. I was walking to Target. Um so Ace says that he doesn't think that Kieran's a traitor, but uh I gotta push back on that hard. Bro just got half his family slaughtered, bro. There's no way he's not a traitor, bro. Like there is no. I don't care about like bringing back half your family, bro. Like you just got everybody smoked. Like it's no way you gonna convince me that he's loyal. Like that's an extreme case. Like to get Tron back to normal, that's extremely crazy to sacrifice half your family. Like I'm not. I can't go for that. Especially when you was acting cool with him. Nah, that's snake shit, bro. Like he gotta nah. Kieran deserves the worst. To be honest, Kieran deserves whatever smoke comes to him, bro. He deserves it because these scans, bro. How you set that many people up for death, bro? That is tough. That is tough, bro. Ugh. Also, a theory about Bomb is he said that he will devour everything in the tower, but also we know that the one who can take and also give, maybe he can give or share his power. I would. I can't be as picky as I want to be when it comes to the story. I would hate that CD. I'm not gonna lie. Giving power to your friends just because they suck, it's kind of ass. Um, yeah, it's kind of ass. I would hate for that, but I guess that does solve the problem, right? Tilly's king, Blood Matter, didn't take the contract at first because he wanted his family to grow in power and surpass him one day. Then later, when he got the contract, instead of power is required vitality. Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. Okay. I don't. I mean, these are obviously our own thoughts, so what we thinking. But okay, like I like the thought. Um, yeah, actually, I like the thought. Brian Q, but we can say that they play their positions a lot, mostly backup roles. Yeah, yeah. That's I mean that's basically what they are at this point, right? Because it's just like Bomb can handle everything himself. I don't think there should be as much as a power gap in power from the family head downward. Really, you would think that they get stronger, especially when they have two bloodlines from the great families. That's something we can't measure, right? And it's something like I've been ignoring talking about because they're all irregulars. So from the beginning of the story, irregulars have been hyped up to ridiculous amounts, to ridiculous levels. And I just can't imagine scaling, the Great Warriors with anybody else in the tower, like regular people. Like they've hyped it up to a point where like you don't even want to think about it. So yeah, I can't, I don't waste my time thinking about that. Not that like say that your comments a waste, but I don't waste my time thinking about that because they've already made it clear like nobody can reach their levels. So the power gap is kind of nonsense to me in a way. Um, Bob giving power to his friends is lazy writing. No, that's true. That's completely. I agree with you, Printing. That would suck. That would not like again. It would solve the problem, but it would suck. And honestly, if people drop the series because of something like that, they'd be justified to. Um, because yeah, no, we've been with these characters too long, and just for them to get the power up granted to them, that would be ass. That would be ass. Um, but anyway, yeah, Kieran's totally a trigger, bro. Like, if anything that these scans proved, he's definitely that. Now people not wanting to agree with me and him joining Gustang, joining Pobidu, that's fine. But he's, bruh, nah. Um, so ASO2, thank you for that comment. I got Flippo here, or is it Flip Zero? I'm just going Filippo Zero, or is it Philip Zero? Philip Zero? I don't, look, I'm gonna call you Philip Zero. It seems to me that all the princesses have no chance of defeating even one of the three strongest families. What do you mean by that? It seems to me that all princesses have no chance of defeating even one of the three strongest families. Right. Okay. At least the head of any of the families can already destroy almost all the princesses. Of course. Maybe they would have a chance to win the battle with one or two families if Eurasia and Izahar was still active. So I think what Flip is trying to say is that um, he can't see Adori taking on like the Ari family or the Kun family by herself, and that's fair because that would be kind of nuts, bro. Like that, I don't. That thought does not sit well with me. Her being able to solo the entire family besides Edwin, like that just does not sit well with me. That being a possibility, bro. Yeah, yeah, I gotta agree with him there. Um, and yeah, there's no question that the family heads can like eliminate the princesses. Like, I don't think anybody's active. Any of the family heads are active, so I don't think like that's why I think the rankings kind of reflect what they are. Because like as we've seen when Zahar became active, his rank was automatically 3. So is Edwin active? Meh, I don't know, but yeah, no, I don't like. There's no question. No, there's no princess as strong as a family head. Like, I don't think that's a thing at all. Um, I think like their positions, like Adori's position in the army, like grants her that like high of a status. I think Annie's influence in the tower, and she was powerful, but I think her influence in the tower and her father and mother being both Blossom and Gustang has to like push her rank up pretty high. Um, but oh, yeah, they're gonna comments. CD curses of immortality, Ray being betrayed, Ari Han being greedy of power, Indolak short lives for his children. Edwin have no love for his children. Uh, nah, CD. I can't agree with that. At least the Edwin part, because it's already been established that all the family heads kind of said that they were only going to care about each other. So they only care about retaining the relationships between each other. So Edwin not loving his kids is the same thing Trom's doing. Like I think they all have that in common. Obviously Gustang and I think High Urine, they're the only two family heads that we've seen like show some concern for their kids, but I think that's a common practice. I don't know if that would be Edwin's curse, but I like where you're headed though. Bomb goes all out. Do you think he's top 50? Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I absolutely think that Bomb's top 50. Um, I think he's kind of proven that. Like he's like absolutely destroying everybody he comes across. Like top 50, top 50. So like, can he beat a Van Kill? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would say so. I would absolutely say so. That's like top 50. Like Event Kill is what, like 60 or something like that. Um, so we're talking about people of that caliber. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Which is that, and that's part of the problem. Like him being that strong is kind of nuts. Um, Iracha has to die to give the last fragment of Yama. Yep, we are. Yeah, yeah. I think everybody kind of sees that coming. I think we see that coming. Um, and honestly, Yama kind of needs it, but um, why aren't the family heads? Why aren't the family heads going after Urek like they are bomb? I mean, like Gusting waited for a regulars. Urek came a while back. Um, well, honestly, I think that most of them fear Urek. To be honest, Tilly, like so, bomb is bomb is different. Like obviously, from what Gustang said, there was a prophecy about bomb. So bomb is kind of like been foretold. So and it's mainly Zahard who's after him. But obviously, I think it's pretty obvious that there are other prophecies besides the one that Gustang knows about that have been made about Bomb. So he's kind of like an entity in the tower that's like kind of scary, right? And his growth rate has been scary. But Urek, Urek is kind of like he climbed the tower the fastest, and he's been said to be as strong as Zahard. So I think it's kind of, it may be a fear thing. Like when, like if you guys go back to the floor of death when Gustang and Urek had that exchange, Gustang was like, it was weird. Like I recently read it like 2 3 weeks ago. It was a weird exchange between those two. Like Urek was kind of like Urek was cool. Like he wasn't like sweating Gustang or anything. He already said he didn't like him, but Gustang was kind of on some like I don't want to fight you type shit. And like it was giving fearful a little bit. Like he was a little bit nervous. And I hate to say that about Gustang because I really liked him, but he was kind of like, yo, like I don't really want to fight you. Like I'm not here to battle you type thing. And not saying that like obviously Gustang could, but it was like if you ever seen anybody like act inferior, like that's kind of what it was. He was acting a little bit inferior to Urek. So I think it's kind of that when it comes to that. So till he came because Urek is strong. That the theme and Arihan says he cannot beat him, and Urek doesn't care about politics from Gusting. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, it's been established that Urek doesn't care about Zahard's games. Like it's kind of what like he doesn't care about what Zahard has going on. Like he has his own aims, and like as it's been said, it'd be pointless for him to go against Zahard. So I think on top of Urek's strength and like Zahard not necessarily pursuing him, I don't think they like stand to gain anything to go against Urek. So that's probably like the reason. But Bomb is like the prophecy kid. So there's like some scary things about Bomb. Oh yeah, no, base bomb is not base bomb is definitely not, top 50. He has to ignite the thorns to absolutely be top 50. Like yes, absolutely. Arihan said Urek was stronger than him, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He did. It was said that Arihan, yeah, that he's stronger. So yeah, Urek is like the same as Zahard. Like his strength is the same as Zahard's. I think Zahard had only reason why Zahard is ranked higher is because one, he's the king of the tower, and two, he has. I can't necessarily say that he has more. Well, yeah, because basically all the families kind of serve Zahard, so he has more force and more power under him than Urek has. So that's probably the reason why. He has more influence. It's the basic way to say it. So yeah, that's the reason for sure. Um, yeah, that's got to be it. But yeah, getting back on topic here to the comments. Um, so Philip Flip Zero, appreciate that. My boy Fedora, the Explorer. Very interesting chapter. CU did a great job at mixing POVs without it being overwhelming. I agree. That's the kind of POV switch I prefer, even though I didn't like Bomb's whole interaction this chapter. I also like the fact that the whole chapter is everybody reminding themselves of their objectives. I feel like we're heading to either a massive fight with big names dropping dead, or to a crazy reveal where Gusting and Trump cease to fight each other and turn against a common enemy. I see that's a theory that's going around, and I also saw that in the Tower of God Discord. That everybody seems to be thinking that Gusting and Traum are going to ally together to go against the Hard. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. I honestly, I'm a dramatic guy, guys. So I would prefer more deathy things going on. Like I would prefer Tron to get smoked. Like I would prefer Tron to get smoked. To be honest, it just creates more drama for me. Like the idea of a family head dying, I just love that. But if they ally together and they ally with Bomb, okay, like that also starts a war in the tower. Like that also sets things into motion as well. So that be a thing? Yeah, but I think it would be more dramatic and more heartfelt, like a more shock throughout the tower that a family head could die. So that's what I'm hoping happens. But if they ally together, I wouldn't hate it, but it's not on my top list of what I want. So, Jihad has more status, which ranks him higher, right? I think Adori too. Yep, but strength wise, she should be below all. Yeah, no. The notion that Adori is family head level is nonsense. Like anybody that says that, there's no princess, there's no beings that are regulars that are as strong or not regular, but that are rankers that are as strong as irregulars or family heads. It's not a thing. Like it's not been said to be a thing. While like there are impressive people, it's not a thing. So Adori, yes, her influence and her, she's strong. Don't get me wrong, but her influence definitely is the reason why she is as high as she is. Um, Honestly, seeing how Urek was that strong when he got to the 100th floor, it is unrealistic that Bomb is as strong as he is right now. I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you would be right. Yeah. That makes complete sense. I mean, that just shows how ridiculous irregulars are, right? Um, I would love to see a side story of Urek climbing the tower. By the way, like don't get me wrong, we have a long way to go in Tower of God itself. And I really wish Tower of God had more marketing and stuff behind it because it is a fantastic story. But like I would love to like Urek is like if you guys watch the top 10 favorite characters, he's like my six. I love Urek. If we had more of him, he'd probably be definitely in my top five over Hatsu. But I can't wait till we get to his floor. I think that's definitely an arc that's coming. His floor is the 77th floor. When we get to his floor, it's gonna be fucking lit. Like I can't wait for that. And he's also gonna be pretty impressed with how strong Bomb is at that point. Um, yeah, I can't wait for that, man. I feel like it is way too soon for Family Head's death. What? Really, bro? I don't. I can't say that printing only because like Tower of God is turning into like One Piece levels of length in terms of like how long the story's going, and I don't want to be like I'm 30 now. I don't want to be 35 when our first family head dies. Like I don't want that. I don't want, don't get me wrong. I don't want the story to be rushed. But I was saying this in another stream. We still have 8 other families to visit. 8 other families to go through and learn about, and we still haven't learned about all the princesses. We still haven't had the princess arc, and like, bro, there's still so much to this story that I don't know how long this shit's gonna go. Like, how long can CEO even keep this going before he burns out, right? Like, I don't. I'd hate to keep going on like year-long hiatuses, from being burnt out. So, do we have to rush things? No. But Bomb is already at a level where he's top 50 in the tower if he uses all his power. So there can't be 10 years worth of Tower of God left, dude. There just can't because Bomb has already reached the upper echelon. So it just doesn't make sense to me that there would be that much story left, 10 years worth, if Bomb is already like there. Like he's not there obviously, but he's like bro, he's breaking laws and shit. Like he's bro is ridiculously powerful at this point. So 10 years worth of Bomb like basically reaching family head level would kind of suck to be honest. But hey, Yaracha acting like an old man who's about to yo word he is. No, word he is. And honestly, I didn't know that people actually like Uracha. I don't really care for him. I like his fighting ability. I think his fighting ability is cool. I think the way he like everything, the way he fights is cool. His transformation is cool as shit. But as a character, I don't really care. Like, bro was just kind of in love with Yama's father. Like not that way, but like he was like really like cared for Yama's father. So it's dramatic in a way that I don't necessarily care about. So yeah, I love Trame with his development. I hope he don't die. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, CD. Trump gotta go, man. Like, look, bro's a piece of shit. Like, we gotta be real about it. For Trump's a piece of shit. Like, while I think his character is cool, like the way it's like been made, bro's a piece of shit, bro. Bro don't care about nobody. He's kind of a piece of shit. So when he die, I don't know if anybody in the story is gonna miss him. Like besides his friends, I don't know if any of his family or anybody missing him. So I think he's the perfect candidate to die. Now everybody's saying that the plot twist would be Gustang dying. That would piss me off. I would be fucking heated if Gustang died. But um there will be no like if Gustang died, there would be no driving force for the rebellion. So like there's got to be one family head at least, or somebody of that status to drive the rebellion. So that's why when people saying Gustang dying, that doesn't work for me. Now if he dies and gives Bomb the bracelet, then obviously that gives Bomb the power to kill family heads. Um, but I can't. I don't want Gustang to die, bro. I can't have it. Can't have it. I wonder if we're going to get all the way up to the tower at this point. Nah, seriously. Um, no, seriously, Tilly. That's like a serious concern I have with the series because even like if we reached the 134th floor, it's just like that's reaching Zahar, and then like what after that? Like, is this entire thing that we're doing with Zahar just a long ass arc? Bruh, I'm gonna be 50 when Tower of God ends. Like, beyond, I'm 30. It's gonna end in 20 years, bro. I'm gonna be 50. Like, that's that's where we headed. Um, like I know we're at 600 chapters almost, but it still feels like we're at less than 40% exactly. And I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against like I'm saying this all to say I'm not against Tower of God going for a long time. I'm not. I love the story, but I don't know, man. Like that's just kind of a long ass time, dude. Like that's just ridiculous timing. I don't know, man. I hope it becomes more global. I really do. I'm by the way, guys. I'm probably gonna stream like another 15 to 20 minutes. So just FYI. Um, what is one thing that you would like to see introduced in TOG? For me, I want to see the introduction of a recent irregular entering the tower, or in a regular blue hole that went inactive. Oh, okay. Another irregular entering the tower. That is an interesting thought, Trend News. I would like to see another irregular entering the tower at this point. Oh, that would be a cool thing to see. The thing that I'm mostly interested in, honestly, I don't. There's no particular thing that I'm like I necessarily want to see. If you like, as I've said in my top 10 favorite characters, my favorite character is Zahard. So the more Zahard we get, I'm happy, bro. Like I love Zahard's character, dude. He is such a menacing villain. Any more Zahard news, anything that we learn, anything about Icarus, anything surrounding his origin makes me happy. Like I that's all I hear about. So um like the reason like why can't he have kids? Like all that stuff. Like oh, by the way, CD that could be Zahar's. Maybe that's the reason why Zahar can't have kids. Maybe he gave up the ability to have kids. Just add that to your list. Um, I feel like Bomb needs a massive Enryu like event to a rank position. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Somebody had a theory a couple streams ago that Inryu is that Inryu is so they basically said that the theory was that um the 10 family heads, the 10 families, all the great warriors came from a certain organization outside the tower, and that Zahard basically took over in a way that he wasn't supposed to. Like they all had an objective, like kind of like So if you guys are familiar with Magi, they were supposed to go in and conquer the tower, and that Zahard was so in love with the tower that he basically locked it up so they don't finish it. And that Enryu was an entity in the organization that they're a part of, and that he entered the tower. He came into the tower and basically um, wanted to basically try to fix things as they're supposed to be, meaning that like Zahar's not a king. He is somebody who's supposed to do whatever his objective was, and that he's fooling you all. Um, yeah, that was I thought that was a cool theory that somebody came up with. My theory that I like the most about like people like Inryu and the Phantominium is that they said that they entered the tower, right? But like the biggest mystery to me outside the tower is the upper floors on the tower. Like, what is it? What is at the upper floors of the tower? Like, what? First of all, what made Zahar seal the tower off? Right? What is on the upper floors that could have made him do that? Because there has to be reasoning behind it, right? Like there are other floors above the 134th floor. So what made Zahar do that? So I like the theory that Enryu came from the upper floors, to the bottom floors as an irregular and let everybody know that this motherfucker's a fraud and basically killed all those people and then went back up top. I love that theory, but that's just me. You guys are going kind of crazy in the comments. I gotta keep up. I feel like Bomb needs a massive. Oh yeah, I read that. There has to be other races of beings up at the top of the tower. Right, Tilly. Right, right. That is what I believe. There's other types of beings on top of the tower that we don't know about. Because understand, all these rankings and all this shit. This is all the hard shit. Like ranking people in the tower, how strong they are, creating this ranker system and all that. That's all the hard shit. All this shit didn't like really like. Yeah, this is also hard shit. So yes, there's got to be other beings on top of the tower, other races, other people that live up there, and like I really that's like one thing I'm really intrigued about. Like I think I'm more intrigued in that than the beings outside the tower. Um, so many mysteries left to uncover. Interview, Phantominium, Walking on the other families on 35th floor, the outside, the workshop, B, Arlene. Exactly. Yeah, there's just too much to cover, dude. So much I want to know. So much we all want to know. Um, yeah, it's so much to cover with this story, dude. It's just yeah. Let me get back to these comments. I want to finish these up before I hop up off here. Thanks. I also want to thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Did not expect so many people tonight. Um, and I read all of that. Mitsuki's comment this week. She didn't leave a long comment this week. She is just super confident. She's talking about Yuri being super confident. There's no way that one high ranker of the Kun family can erase you from exist. Hold on, excuse me. She said that one high ranker of the Kun family can erase you from existence, Yuri. Please don't embarrass yourself. And yes, like that's what I'm saying. Like while Yuri is a young pup in the tower, like yeah, like somebody from like understand, she was about to double ignite. She's about to double ignite to beat Tiara. Like there's no way you out here talking about the princesses are as strong as all the armies when you was about to double ignite, bro. It's no way. Mr. Tanzo, love from Japan. Oh wow. Oh thanks, man. I appreciate it. Wow, Japan, that's crazy. Uh, 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 there's a reason that I've heard somewhere that the reason why Jahaz stopped climbing and stopped everyone else from progressing is so that he could have a kingdom to rule over. Yeah, printing that's the general theory. I think that's like the most common one. That yes, like Zahar's character has been as I've described before, the Peter Pan type. So he's like, this like is like a fun game. Like the tower's a game to him. This is all fun and games. That this is his wonderland that he never wants to end, and he wants to be the king of it. Is everything is his. So he basically manipulated all his friends. Wiped their memories. Killed off like Arlene and V. He couldn't have his queen, so he killed them off, and he has his kingdom. Like that's yeah, I think that's the common theory. And if it's true, that's awesome. Like I love it as a like if that's the actual thing. Um, that's some pretty wicked shit. That's some pretty wicked shit to do, man. But did they get the MRLI contract after they decided to stop? I think so. Yeah, no, yeah, Tilly, I think that's pretty much been established that correct me if I'm wrong if anybody actually knows, but I believe like it was like they decided to stop climbing. They locked it up, and Zahar made a deal with the administrators for immortality, so that they can continue to live, and excuse me, and that was kind of it. That was kind of it. So, is there in an organization outside it would have to be a massive since you had as Bob from where on the outside he's from? Yeah, that is one of the biggest mysteries that I actually do care about. Is Zahar's symbol being seen outside the tower? That is one of the coolest things, dude. Like, what is Zahar, dude? Like, now that we actually know, from a few chapters back that they were actual kids, when they enter the tower. Like, what influence could Zahar, like? Is he carrying somebody's symbol? Like, who? Because obviously that symbol's not his. If he was a kid entering the tower, there's no way that he owns that symbol. So what is that symbol? Like, so many questions, bro. So many questions. I feel like we will soon see an ancient slayer because Jin Song went to get help. All the slayers, there's only like been like there's only like two retired slayers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Unless we get like the leader of Fug. But there's only like two retired slayers, and there's one that we actually don't know about. Like if you go on the wiki, I believe like there's one in the question marks. Um, that could be true though. That could be true though. Let me get back to these comments. We got Kolovic here asking about power scaling here. Here's where I'm at. Okay, so I gotta read this one then. I gotta read this one, guys, because this guy actually answered my power scaling call. So we gotta let me listen to this, real. Let me break this down real quick. So he says that before White's power up and Leviathan, Bomb was able to body White at a top 100 high ranker who claimed to be in his prime again. Actually, that's incorrect. White is said to have not been in his prime again. I think he was a little outside of it. We talked about that on stream a couple weeks ago that he actually wasn't in his prime form. So, but he was still pretty strong. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't actually in his prime form. So based on that, so back to the comment. So he says, so based on that, Bomb going all out right now, he should be able to take 5 to 10 guys in the top 500, 1,000 range by himself. I think more than that. I think Bomb would be able to take 5 to 10 more. I think he'd be able to take more than that. Like igniting the Thorn, 5 to 10 guys seem 5 to 10 rankers seems like nothing. So honestly, like a regular ranker, Bomb is like low diffing, like really, really badly, dude. It's not even close. So could Bomb body like 30 rankers like by himself? Absolutely. Like at this point, he absolutely can. Like especially like with the arrow technique that he has, I think he absolutely destroys a bunch of rankers, no problem. Um, just going back to the comment. Adori. So he said Adori, leader of the army and ranked fifth in the tower, ahead of all the family heads except Jihad. If we assume that the position is just ornamental and she's not actually stronger than the family heads, I'd say she could take Bomb's numbers and remove a 0 from both sides, so she can solo 5 to 10 rank 50 to 100 guys, which takes care of a lot of the competition. So, ah, that bothers me. That bothers me. But so he's saying that Adori can solo 10, 50 to 100 ranked people in the high rankers. That is asinine to me, dude. That's truly asinine to me, bro. Like I can't accept that. But to respond to that comment, um I don't think that like those level people are the problems in the top like 10 families. Like the people who ranked between the 50 and the 100, I don't think those are the problems. It's the Lobodons and the Kirins that are the problems. Because Lobodon and Kirin are the second and third strongest in Lobopia. They have to be. They have to be in top 30, top 40 range. Have to be. At least, if not Kirin, Lobodon has to be. So if we say that, so if we take all the 10 families, right, and we take at least 2 to 3 people, and we talking about the Ari and the Kun family who are much larger, so probably have 4 to 5, 6 Kirins and Lobodons walking around. You have to take those top people and put them against Adori and all the other princesses. Again, until we know about other princesses that are as strong as Adori, there is no shot that they're handling them, bro. Absolutely, bro. I can't see it, man. Like I know Adori's rank is high, and I assume a lot of it is influence. But there's no shot, bro. I can't accept the fact that she could solo 10 high rankers. Like, okay, like in the 50 range. Like that just seems nuts to me, bro. That seems nuts to me. That annoys me because many readers don't understand only a family hit can kill another. The rest are just insects. Even a dory will destroy easily. Exactly. So it's just exactly, CD. So that seems like a reach to me. I'm sorry, I can't agree with that part of your comment, Kolovic. But reading on, he says, even if you assume ranks 15 to 35 are reserved for the second and third command of a family head, half of the best and brightest have been sent to become princesses for tens of thousands of years. So it's fairly likely that there are several of them on that level. So basically, what he's saying is that the people in the 15 to 35th range may all be princesses. He makes a good point. That's actually a good point. I never considered. People with so anybody between rank 10 to 50, a lot of them may be princesses. That is a good theory. That's a good theory. I may agree. I may agree with that. But but you have people like Tiara who refuse to be a Zahar princess, and then we know that Gustang and Blossom like refuse to make any of their family Zahar princesses anymore. So does that necessarily count anymore? You can't say that necessarily works anymore. At least for those two families, you can't say that counts for their families. But it's absolutely possible that there are princesses, a lot of princesses ranked in that range. That would be stupid though. Like, imagine sending your strongest people to work under Zahard. Like, that would be nuts because, like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Zahard's gonna trade on any of his friends. But imagine there's a scenario where they all get their memories back, and then you have to fight your daughters who are all not like ridiculously strong, but they're being controlled by Zahar. That's just like a dumbass move, right? Like, hence, like why Gustang and Blossom like said they're not making any more kids Zahar princesses. I think it has absolutely to do with Zahar's control. That's the smartest play that I would make. Like, I wouldn't make everybody who's a strong female in my family a Zahar princess. That's stupid. Dory could have got extra treatment from Jihad. Plus, she got the gold in November from the. Yeah, yeah. No, I think a lot of Dory strength definitely comes from the gold in November. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the gold in November is the only S tier um weapon in the entire tower. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys. Somebody fact check that. But I think the gold in November is the only S tier ignition weapon in the entire tower. So I think that has absolutely a lot to do with her strength. Not to say that, like, obviously she can handle it, so she's strong, but the weapon is absolutely a huge part of her power. Um, but continuing with this comment, even if you say yeah, that's cat, princesses can't handle that combined army. Jihad's full forces with crazy high ranked or unranked executives probably can. So Kolovic basically agrees that there's no way that Adori and the current princesses that we know about can handle all the armies, unless that Zahar's entire forces, meaning Zahar's armies, Caliban and everybody else joins. Um, yeah, I agree. Unless Zahar's actual forces join, yeah. But the way Yuri was talking like just the princesses can handle everybody, and that is the bullshit statement that I won't accept. So there's two. I thought there was only one. Oh, it's Ari Han's weapon. I thought the white ore is the strongest S tier weapon in the tower and the only one. Okay, I thought it was. I thought that was the only. Okay, maybe it's the only 13-month series that's the S tier. Maybe I got that wrong. Um, yeah, maybe the Golden November is the only S tier 13-month series. Okay, that's fair. Appreciate it. That's why I need to be fact checked. Um, but yeah, Kalovic. Yeah, we agree. Yeah, no, her statement just doesn't make it just doesn't make sense. The white the so confirmed that the white ore and the gold November are the only two that we know about. Okay, yeah, it is impressive that Adori can handle necessary ignition weapon though. That is pretty impressive. I mean, obviously we don't know what that looks like, but it is an impressive feat. Going to users comment. Well, Kieran did not take all branch leaders. At least 6 to 8 of them are not with him. So he's talking about like the garment widow spider. Question: It is who is Giskar working on, or maybe the book is real, but Gustang knows about traders inside Polvito and lied to them, but about the book being a decoy. I hate that. I hate that thought though, dude. Like, well, no, I don't. Actually, I don't hate that thought. I hate the thought that, like, okay, I hate the thought that Giskar is there just to be an actor. I hate that thought. But if that's the actual book, then cool. Now, if Giskar winds up getting his ass beat by Yama and Yama takes it, then things go awry. Like I think that flips everything on his fucking head. Like Gustang's plan goes to shit after that. But there's no like even if we found out that the book there is supposed to be a fake, we have no. It still doesn't like it really doesn't change anything because Giskar's there. So what is this book, bro? What the fuck is this book, dude? Like that is the biggest mystery here. Why Giscard is there? That's still a huge mystery. So did Gustang fool Bellier or whoever else? I don't know, dude. That's the most interesting thing for the chapter for me, to be honest. But reading on to the comment, interesting thing. Consider that Tron was devastated about his son um death back in the Hidden Grove flashback. What makes him change so drastically to the point where he expect nothing but treason for his own family now? Um, I think that Tron was expecting treason even before that. It makes sense with his character that maybe like his entire life, even before entering the tower, that he's just dealt with a life of being betrayed. So I think that's more considered. I don't think it has anything to do with him caring about his family. Um, to be honest, to be honest, Tron being forced to not care about his kids may be something he's suffering from. Like that could also be a huge thing. Um, yeah, that could be a thing. Never thought about it, but that could be a thing. Oh, comments. Dory's weapon only among 13 moms. One theory I have been thinking is that Icarus might be part of the group of family heads, and Jihad is the 135th administrator. Hmm. Hmm. But administrators can't kill people though. Yeah, administrators can't kill people though. Like if it like just not to shit on your theory trend news, but imagine an administrator killing a baby bomb. Like that's kind of nuts, dude. Like that's an actual scary thing to think about. Like, but I mean that's a fun theory. Don't get me wrong, but that's scary to think about. Um, Also, there's a theory about the 13-month weapons, where each weapon refers to one of the 13 warriors. Hmm. Hmm. Really? That's a thing. That's a cool. That's a cool thing. That is a cool. Hmm. I'm gonna have to put some more stock into that. I'm not trying to stream too long, but I gotta put some more stock into that. Okay, printing, I like that. I've never thought about that. Yeah, they were created to. I understand they were created to be given. Yeah, understand that. But are the personalities are all the personalities based on like the 13 warriors, like the actual weapons based on the actual warriors? Because like obviously like there are these beings inside the weapons. So are their personalities like based on the 13 warriors? That would be interesting. That hmm. Okay, okay. Um I think Kieran just abandoned the useless family heads and with him like the mother spider in Holland. Hmm. Jihad, the administrator, that is why he can't leave the floor. It appears as hologram as other floors for death where they were. Uh, Jihad becoming an administrator sounds absolute. That sounds crazy, dude. Like, are you saying that he became an administrator, or that he like was already an administrator, and that like Icarus is actually like there's another person. Like there's Jihad and there's Icarus. Because I've always assumed that Jihad and Icarus were the same person. Prince of the Red Light District makes think Jihad did something raunchy. Yeah, Prince of the Red Light District. No, I mean maybe that's why he can't have kids. Like that. Maybe that's exactly why he can't have kids because he did something crazy like that. If Green Apple was for Trom, then that would make him a fisherman. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? If the Green Apple was for Trom. Huh. Color of the 13 Great Warriors too. Hmm. Yeah, no, it does. It definitely doesn't need to be the case, but that would be an interesting thing if they were based on the 13 Warriors. Cause like, okay, which one reflects Arlene then? Like, which one reflects Arlene? The colorless December? That's a cool theory. I wish we knew more about the other weapons. We don't know anything about the other weapons. It sucks, dude. It's just we still have a lot to cover. But I'd love to play with that theory. Uh cool. But yeah, going to read on. Da, 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 da. Well, okay. I'm continuing with users' comments. Sorry, got sidetracked there. Um, well, for Kieran loyalist theory, well, I have one explanation. Main goal of this game is bomb. Family head that got him to take a big W. So Kieran, like in chess match, decided to sacrifice a pawn, being the majority of the forces. Okay, in order to get bomb and win the game. Okay. While family head is alive, family always could restore its numbers in several thousand years. So I assume what he's saying is that Kieran sacrificed his family members to get bomb. Why is that? But why is that necessary though? Like that seems like even if that's a thing, like I understand this is just a theory, user, but why is that necessary? Like sacrificing half your forces is kind of crazy, dude. Like that just seems unnecessary to do just to capture Bob, dude. And then he's showing up to the station, and Bob's not even gonna be there. So it's just like you sacrificed your family for nothing, bro. Like that's what it's looking like it's about to happen. Yeah, that's tough. Um, love how Poby do take French theme. Maybe Trump also played 3D chess game here, and Bomb put his trust in Laura in a part of this. Uh, I don't care. I honestly don't care for this whole Laura thing. That's kind of one of the things that's more annoying about this. Because Bomb is putting so much stock into Lobanon possibly having something to stop the war that it kind of bothers me in a way. But okay, let's just say right that the book is actually the book, and that Yama has the book, and now when they get back to Lobanon, what happens, dude? So let me put this on the table. What happens? So first of all, Lobanon should have beef with Kieran. Lobanon should have beef with Kieran. I mean, not Kieran. Excuse me. Lobanon should have beef with Bomb because the information that Bomb kidnapped Laura should be like suspect. Like he should be wary of Bomb. So when Bomb shows up, does Lobanon attack them and do they fight? Not to mention Jin Song is showing up. So if this book is the actual book and it's not a fake, and Yama ends up retrieving it, and then he brings it back to the Lobopia ship, when Jin Song and Bomb is there, They're gonna fight over it, dude. Now, Lobanon seems like a peaceful man. And if Bomb explains it correctly and Kun explains it correctly, obviously they're not gonna fight. But I can't see I can't see Jin Song just handing over something like that without like something as key as that, just like that. Like I don't. This is hard, man. This is hard. I can't predict this. This is something I can't predict because these are just crazy scenarios to be in. And not to mention, we still have Hugo to deal with. I'm not too pressed on the Hugo, but still, dude. Yeah, this is rough. Do you think that all the Warriors entered at the same time, or did they? I think they all entered at the same time. I absolutely think they entered at the same time. I think they knew each other prior, or it could have been like, so there's a million theories, of course, but there's a theory that all the Warriors came from a separate country. So, like, let's just say that outside the tower there are many countries, and there's a theory that everybody came from a different country, and they formed a team to enter the tower. Like they were all the best prospects to go into the tower, and they all became like friends and traveled together, and that's how that happened. That's a cool theory, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Um, it also would explain why, like, also could not why, but it also could explain why Zahard's doing what he's doing because maybe Zahard is from a country that wants to take control of the tower, and that was the goal. But but it's a weird thing because they've been around for thousands of years, right? So even if Zahar did it on the whim of a country, like the people that he would have did it for, assuming that the outside world is normal, they'd be all be dead, like long dead. So, so that's why it leads me. So that's why I believe that more so that Zahar went against the wishes of whoever they sent them into the tower and just decided to stay there in his Neverland. Because again, I think like Zahard as Peter Pan is absolutely a thing. That's like he's basically the Peter Pan dude. All his friends there, he's there. He just didn't get the girl. So, um, Icarus is who they climb with the adventurer, but the family heads lost their memory of him, and he is probably sealed. Jihad is an administrator portraying as one of them. Ooh, that's cool. I like that trend news. That's cool. That's very cool. That's a cool theory. I like that. The actual Jihad is sealed, and it's an administrator portraying him. To what end, though? There's got to be to what end? You gotta tell me to what end. I like the theory, but to what end? Because what would be the goal of an administrator doing something like that, right? And how could all the administrators be cool with that? Because aren't the administrators supposed to encourage um aren't all the administrators supposed to encourage climbing the tower? So why would all the other administrators be okay with one locking it up? That's just a little like if you have if you have an answer to that, like put it in there. But um yeah, why they encourage death and destruction and climbing the tower. So locking the tower up being an administrator thing, I don't know. Rack is a big part of the story. Don't give up on Arcader. I'm trying, Lanky. I'm trying. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Like I'm really interested in seeing ancient the ancient history behind Rack, but I'm trying, bro. It's hard when you make him a joke in the damn chapters and it's shit supposed to be serious. It's hard to deal with. He declares something to King so nobody can pass on his floor. Kieran's goal of taking Bomb could be because he wants him to give Trom memory back, and even if it means killing all his siblings and sacrifice his family for that. I read somebody's comment that said that yeah, Kieran's basically being a martyr. He's being a martyr to basically bring back the old Trom. Um, that would mean that him and Lobanon necessarily have the same goal, but just like took different methods to do it. That's kind of nuts. Like sacrificing half your family to bring back the old Tron. I mean, okay. Let me put some thought to it. I think that actually might be cool. That might be cool. Like if Kieran is really that loyal, that would be cool. That would I admit that would be cool. Is it a fucked up thing to sacrifice thousands of lives? Absolutely. But to bring back, I guess, your true father, which is what Lobanon wants as well. Okay. But if that happens, he has the ally with Gustang. Like at that point they have to. But even so, they're still the two weakest families. So but then other families might join as well. And whoever Gustang might be allied with. So okay, okay. I'm not against that. I'm not against that theory, but I would prefer that Tron dies. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stuck on. I prefer that Tron get smoked. It just I love dramatics. I would prefer he get smoked, but um, Tilly King Hedon is the first jihad. Hedon, and then Ministry started climbing and set up the tower system that way, the way it was before jihad. Right. I also think Hedon is the one that let Arlene out, that let Bomb escape. That is why he knew Bomb when he came in. Like like if you know go back and watch the anime or read the series, Hedon is Hedon talks to Bomb like he's familiar with him or like he was waiting for him. So well, Hedon could be another administrator also trying to something like this. I think Hedon, if I think Hedon wants, I think Hedon is definitely an administrator. But he wanted he's the one facilitated the prophecy of Bomb. Like he's the one who initiated Bomb being a thing. Like because Bomb coming from the outside, he had to get out first of all, and he's the one that let Arlene out. Because obviously he's the caretaker of the tower, so he has to know holes in the system, holes to get out. So yeah, okay, like that's fair. Like if Hedon like orchestrated a way to um disrupt the administrator on the 135th floor, which you're assuming is Jahar, okay, 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 and it, I guess it would be kind of crazy to think about administrators killing other administrators. Like that would be a hard, insane thought. So maybe they're like maybe yeah, Hedon's playing a game to get rid of that administrator. Okay, 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 okay. I like the idea. I like the idea. Man, I said I was gonna stream another 20 minutes. It's been a half an hour. Did I finish a user's comment? I think I did. No, I didn't. He said that Andrassy, Andrassy and Bong Bong are Uber. Bong Bong Uber. Like that was a funny comment. Yeah, that's basically what Andrassy is, man. It sucks, but she's basically Uber, bro. Like she really is. She has no significance, man. Like until I don't think Andrassy is going to necessarily be relevant until we know what family she's from. Because her moment for me was to defeat Lyle, and we didn't get that. She basically got roped into something else. So until we know about her family, I really don't care about Andraste anymore. I love her. Don't get me wrong. I love her design, but as far as like the story goes, I don't really care for her anymore. All right, going on to the comments. Yeah, let me finish these comments up. Y'all got me, y'all got me, got me out here for longer than I expected. But Rand, this makes sense because this makes sense because I understand Kieran's actions, but it's been sketchy. That's from Namalo. Ninja Naruto Man. Okay, so this guy's comment was a troll, I think. Um, Everybody needs to die in the story. The story cannot be good without everyone dying in the end. The story needs to be like Chainsaw Man, where the main character is the only one who gets to live. Tower of God is garbage if characters don't die. I don't know what the fuck this guy was on when he wrote this. This is Ninja Naruto Nightman. First of all, that name is crazy, bro. Like that's nasty work. But he said that everybody needs to die. Now, while I want somebody to die, which is Trom, everybody don't need to die, bro, for a story to be good. Chainsaw Man is a fantastic anime and manga. I read the manga; it's fantastic. But everybody don't need to die for the story to be good. Absolutely not a thing. But I think that's just a troll comment. Andraste's worst decision was to get Bong Bong. No, seriously, bro. Like Bong Bong is just Uber, bro. Like, like, oh man. Anyway, thank you, Narinja Naruto Nightman, for that comment, bro. I listen. If you leave a crazy comment like that every week, I will read it with vigor. I will read it with complete vigor. Uh, but anyway, moving on to Cameron the Ridge. So Cameron says, Bomb swore to Lyle and Shalal that he would protect them and Laura. So while it's dumb, at least he has roots. Yeah, I mean, Bomb is one who stands on his words. It's one thing I do like about Bomb, but it's just like bro, it was kind of like it was so sudden the way this all happened. It was kind of like Laura was just like, listen, my daddy is over there trying to do something. You should go talk to my daddy. He might be able to help you out with your quest, and it'll help me out and my daughters. And that's kind of what I got from that. It was kind of like, all right, I guess we giving Bomb another objective here. Um, so yeah, that's kind of he got, and he just ran off to go do it. So obviously it has importance because Jen Song's going to be there, and if the book is the book, it's important. But I guess, guys, I guess I would be more interested if Bomb actually stayed on the station and Kieran showed up, and Bomb had to fight Kieran. Then we can truly power scale like Bomb seriously. That would be fire. Now that's a battle I want to see because one, we don't even know how Kieran fights, but obviously if he's vice commander, he's top 30, top 30, top 50, gotta be. So that would be a lit fight. So, but obviously we ain't getting that. Now we go into Mayhem. It was Aguro who wrote the message to Yuri, but not Bomb. Thank you for correcting me. I swear, everybody went in the comment section and corrected me off that. Like, y'all got me feeling silly this week. Like, oh man. But anyway, CU doesn't like to draw Big Rat, but I'd argue White, Tron, Karaka, Leviathan, etc. have far more complicated designs. Yes, absolutely. That is my problem. Like, you don't want to draw Big Rat because his design is hard to draw, but have we seen the design of Shinsu that he's been drawing? Like, bro, what? What? Anyway, CU should have kept Rack in the prison at the Ark of Knowledge since his presence doesn't really matter right now. I completely agree with that as well. It seems like CU is only having Rack around out of obligation rather than making it make sense. I don't rate Rack that highly these days, but that's because CU hasn't done anything with him, and I forget he's even in the chapter. Absolutely. Hopefully there will Rack shine in the future when we dive into his Ancient One and Rack's backstory, but it's sad to see the leader of Team Bomb like this. Bro, Team Bomb is a joke. Team Bomb is just Bomb, bro. Like, somebody needs to make a meme of Team Bomb and Bomb. Like, matter of fact, if you guys watch One Piece, somebody make a meme of Team Bomb, a bomb, with what's his name? I can't think of his goddamn name. What's the samurai's name? Damn it! What is his name? I gotta look it up real quick. Uh, what the what the hell is his name? Odin. The a meme of Odin when he's in the bath and when he's getting boiled and he's carrying his family, or is carrying his retainers on the plank of wood. That's what Team Bomb is. Like it needs to be just Bomb carrying his team while he's burning because everybody else up there is not doing nothing. That needs to be a meme. That is Team Bomb. Um, this ain't a comic got killed. Not facts, Chris. Because like I don't even know what bro was on. Bro was just commenting the comment. In before Bomb beats Kieran. Bomb beating Kieran. That would would I like Bomb beating the second command of a family head? Would I like that? No, I don't think I would like that. I wouldn't like that printing. I'm gonna be honest. Bomb is already at a level where he shouldn't be. If I'm writing the story, Bomb is already too powerful. And if he beats the second in command of a family, bro, it's only family heads after that. Like obviously though there are princesses in between and stuff, but it's only up after that, dude. Like there would only be like a handful of people who can touch him at that point. So I don't want Bomb to get that ridiculous without even reaching the 100th floor. Like I think the Apple Watch of Gustang will help Kun to defeat his father. Uh, if Kun if Kun gets the Apple Watch, he can kill his father. Like I think the whole idea behind the bracelet is that it can kill family heads. Like it works around the immortality contract. Um, I think that's the whole thing behind it. Like I honestly think Zahar created that bracelet so that as a contingency plan, and that if he ever needed to kill any of his friends who somehow, absolutely somehow rebelled, that he would get it and he would kill one of them. Like that's the like I think that's what it's for. That's why. Otherwise, why would you create something like that unless you wanted to kill one of your friends was rebelling? So obviously, to me, it's got to be something that can just kill a family head. Yeah, same man. If Bomb beats Kieran, it's over. Yeah, no, I would hate that dude. It would I would hate it. Um, but back to Mayhem's comment. Kieran isn't loyal at all, but I don't think he's in cahoots with Gustang. Man, look, y'all gonna rock with me one day, okay? Y'all gonna rock with me one day. But anyway, it's Belier because Kieran was aware of the backup that Belier told Lutini about, and Kieran even has access to the unique warp technology that Pobido has. Right. But just to respond, I didn't read the whole comment, but just to respond to that part, I think that honestly, I think that Belier is acting like a con man on the orders of Gustang. Like, so while Kieran may think that he's working with Belier, he's actually working with Gustang. Like, I think Gustang is that calculated that he would make his son play like a snaky villain just to use other avenues to get things done. Like that is totally a Gustang thing to do. Like so, but you could also say that the book is the book is actually the real book in the ship of the lot, and that Gustang doesn't trust Belier, and that he did actually put the book there, and he trusts Giscard to get it for him. There's the other side to that. So you could say that as well. But fair points. Um, I could see Bomb versus Kieran next, or Gustang, or versus Gusting, most trusted warrior. That was in the oh yeah 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 yeah, dude. Bomb and Lobanon versus Kieran. I think that's too much. I don't think Kieran's stronger than Lobanon. I think they even each other out because Lobanon has been got stock, dude. Like this past chapter has like hyped Lobanon up even more, dude. So honestly, yeah, I think Kieran. I think Lobanon might even be stronger than Kieran, to be honest. Um, I think Kieran may hold the vice commander spot, but obviously, Lobanon is older, so you know, like in like most series, he got that old man strength. So, so I think like I do think Lobanon is probably stronger than Kieran. Um, that's completely headcanon. There's no theory. There's no basis behind that. But like Lobanon's hype has been ridiculous, so I think he might be that. I think he may be field marshal position. Um, but yeah, I think he's stronger than Kieran, personally. But why hesitate to say if he's working with Gustang? Why I hesitate? Why excuse me? Why I hesitate to say he's working with Gustang is based on their conversation in chapter 545 and Kieran's declaration a few chapters back that he'll be the one to have bomb, no one else. I'm even open to the possibility that he's a double agent playing both Trom and Gustang, but I don't think he's loyal to or a turncoat for Gustang. That's fair. Again, Kieran not being loyal is my headcanon. Like obviously he doesn't seem loyal to Lobopia, but as other people have stated, he could very well possibly just be acting out of interest for Trom to get Trom back to his normal self, is what everybody's saying. Um, and then he also could be playing for a third party, which I have no idea who that third party would be. Now, the Revolutionaries is like the thing that's been popping up. Um, the Revolutionaries is supposed to be made of a bunch of different, second or third or fourth, branch heads from other families that want to see the family heads rule. Um, but in order for that to be a thing, they have to have a lot of people behind them, dude. Like, if Kieran is acting out of interest for the Revolutionaries, right, meaning that he's actually siding, like he's with Garuru, they have to have a lot of people behind them, like a lot of people from other families, that like want to see the downfall of the family heads. So, is he acting out of that interest? Okay, like that would be the third party, I would assume, but me, it's more so he's working with Bo Bidu than anything. So, but reading on, Belier and Rachel are up to something big, and we keep getting these statements ever since Belier was introduced that no one on the mothership trusts him, and he's teaming up with Queen Snake herself, Rachel. I've been saying from the beginning that the book is fake, but I'm not sure why Gus Nixon discarded to lot to retrieve a decoy unless it's to sell. Excuse me, unless it's to really sell the bit of the book there. I can't read tonight. But that just seems like useless extra work. I agree. Maybe Roboton is that big of a deal that Gustang and Belier went through this extra work to deceive him to get him off the main battlefield. I do think that getting Lobanon off the field is worth it. I do think that's a huge part of it. But it still doesn't explain why Giscard's there. Poor Giscard, he thought he was tasked to retrieve an actual important book, but he's just a pawn to sell the bait. That would, but that's weird to me. Because, like, even if Giscard is just bait, like, why spare a high ranker to do it, right? When you could just have a high ranker defend the book. I mean, just have a regular ranker do it. Like, I mean, I guess not. I don't know, dude. That part of it's weird. Giscard's whole involvement is weird. I can't wait till we get more context on it. But on Traumery back in 527, 520, 529 talked about how he's used to those falling in love betraying him and that the dude has total abandonment issues. Trom and the whole Lobopia family have death flags and the deck is stacked against Trom. I don't trust this setup. I think Trom is only loyal to Jihad out of ignorance to the past, and I believe once he regains his memories, he'll be anti-Jihad. Everybody is writing this. Everybody is writing this, dude. Ugh. Y'all really want to see Trom live, huh? Y'all really want to see Trom live. All right, man. Look, it might happen. Everybody's riding that train. That's fair. That's fair. Anyway, Gustang dying will be the true twist. I think Gustang's big picture goal is to have the other family heads to recover their memories and go against Jihad, who are Gustang's allies, probably the workshop, Urin and Edwin. Yuri's statement about how the princesses can subdue the Tower's army does make some sense to me. Jihad princesses are the ultimate life forms in the Tower, excluding irregulars, and those who are high rankers with the 13-month series could be far stronger than we think. Yuri is still pretty young comparatively, however, this statement really only applies to Dori Jihad, who is the Minister of War and said could annihilate the Pobidu army back in season 2. What? I need the cliff notes on that. So, sorry, I know I've been reading a lot, but Mayhem's comment states, and I think I did read this earlier today, but his comment states that it is assumed that Adori can annihilate the entire Pobidu army by herself. Okay, assuming that she could do that, doing that to 10 other families is not excuse me, 9 other families is not a thing. And the Pobidu is the weakest family. So even if she can annihilate them, I'm not gonna say it's not impressive, but come on, bro. Like, nah. So yeah, but he does, say that this only applies to Adori, and based on what we know. So until it's remains to be unseen. So until we know about more until we know about other princesses and their ranks and how strong they are, Yuri's comment just looks asinine, and it's just going to be asinine until we know more. So, um, of course, family heads would slaughter Adori as she isn't stronger than them. Her rank is higher than some of them due to her position as commander, right, as influence. However, in Chapter 581, Traum confirmed that Annie was the best princess, so if Gustang has Bomb unseal her, the Pobidu army is unstoppable. Right. Right. Yeah, I said this earlier. If Annie is unsealed, then the Pobidu army is no longer the weakest army. They absolutely are not the weakest army anymore. But if she's a Zahar princess, she can be controlled by Zahar. So, um, yeah, it wouldn't even matter if she got unsealed. So, Devin, you think Erasure Jihad showing up? No. Me personally, no. Could it happen? I'm a little bit 70-30 with it. I know, like, the guy's comment I just read, Mayhem. By the way, thank you, Mayhem, for the comment. Mayhem is on the train, and I know a couple other people are on the train that a big part of Gustang's plan right now is to have Annie unsealed, and that he's trying to get everybody to where she's unsealed, where she's sealed at, and that's part of his plan to deal up to use Bomb. Now, that would be a good trade. Like, for example, Gustang already mentioned that he has things that he wants to tell Bomb. So in exchange for unsealing Annie, he tells Bomb some secrets about his father and mother, or some things about the heart or whatever. I think that's a good exchange. It would be worth it. But do we see her? I think it would be a nice climax or a good way to end season 3. I think unsealing her in the middle of the war would be kind of ass, because it shouldn't be a priority. Like, the war is absolutely the priority. So unsealing her mid war would be kind of mid. But as a token to end this season, like going into season 4, unsealing Annie, that would be fantastic. Like, that'd be a crazy way to end the series. So do we see it at the end? I can rock with seeing her at the end, but in the middle of the war right now, nah, I wouldn't want to see her. And then going back to to my last comment, printing. You left a comment. Okay. Yo, man, you just found out about your channel not too long ago. Very cool stuff, bro. Keep up the good work. Also, quick question: where do you read the latest chapters? Um, I read on Comic Scans. Printing. I think I'm not sure if most people do, but I read on Comic Scans. I post the link in my community tab when the links go up. every Sunday. Um, so whenever the chapters, excuse me, chapters, whenever the scans drop, I usually post them in my community tab. So yeah, I can post, just check it on Sundays. Lately they've been dropping really late. Like I think these scans dropped at like 10 o'clock at night on Eastern Standard Time. So it was kind of like weird this week. And last week I think it was like at around 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So it was kind of weird. But beforehand we were getting around like 3 o'clock. So but yeah, I post the scan links when they drop. So comic scans so far seems to be the best place to read. And it seems like based on comic scans themselves, they stand that most of the other sites that are putting the scans up are pulling um, their translations from comic scans to their own websites. So um, but I've not checked any other websites besides comic scans. So Devin, I feel that, bro. I do hope you diversify the princess personality wise a bit more. A lot of them are tomboys and cocky and do that on the tower. You have to be, but it creates different. Yeah, I agree, Devin. I think we've gotten. I think like I think we've gotten a fair, diverse group of Sahara princesses so far. Um, like I think anybody that has their like Zahard at the end of their name or beginning of their name is cocky. Like anybody that has Zahard in their name is cocky because he's the king of the tower. So rightfully so, right? Like he's the king. He's like numero uno. Like there's nobody better than Zahard. That's like the running theory. Like he's like God, right? So anybody who has Zahard attached to their name, they're going to be like a bit of a really cocky cock. So um and the princesses rightfully so because they inherited his strength. So I think Lalile is the worst princess that we've gotten. I think Shalile is a way better version of her. She's more calculated. While she does have cockiness as well. Yuri, I don't know if Yuri's cockiness necessarily stems from her being a Zahara princess. Well, I guess I take that back a bit because these scans that we just got from this last one, she seems like she's totally like Zahar princess fucking heavy, like saying that they can beat everybody. So maybe I take that back. I don't know. I'm reserving judgment on Yuri for now because right now she's in the doghouse for that fucking comment. But yeah, everybody else, yeah, I guess they are all kind of cocky, but I think that just comes with the territory. Um, I do hope we get, some. I guess I could agree with you. I do hope we get a little bit of different. But when you're a top dog, basically all the princesses are top dog. They're worshipped. They have so much influence and power. That just comes with that. Like so. But anyway, I think I covered all the comments, and I am on. It's 10:30. Jesus, was not expecting to stream this long. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thanks for everybody who joined and left all the comments. This has been fun. It is much more fun when a bunch of you guys join and talk in the chat, so I really appreciate it. We've had a lot to discuss. But yeah, anything you guys want to see, post it like in the comment section or in the community tab whenever I post anything. If there's any type of Tower Guide video you want to see me do, just let me know, man. I don't have any problem doing it. It's all about timing for me. I am currently working on that tier list. There's a tier list of like main characters from each season, and then just main characters in general in the story that I have to like personally make. There's one on tier list maker, but it doesn't have anything from like this season, like none of the current players. Like Kieran's not on there, Lobodot's not on there. So like, and they're new people that we just discovered, so obviously they wouldn't be on there. But I would have to make that. So I'm slowly making my own tier list. It's gonna take a couple weeks. I'm gonna be honest with you because that's like drooling work to cut all those pictures out and put them on there. But I am working on it. So whenever I get that done, I'm gonna do a tier list stream. Um, and that's gonna be fun. Putting the people that I think are trash versus people that are cool, and yeah, that'll be a fun stream whenever I get that together. So prepare for that. But again, if there's anything you guys want to hear me talk about, I did see someone say they want to see me do not arc breakdown, but arc, my favorite arcs. That is rough because some arcs are really small and then some arcs are like really long. So we'll see if I can work around that. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end it for the night. I want to, thank you guys again. This has been fantastic and fun. Um, and yeah, that'll be it for the night. So you guys take care, have a good night, and I'll see you soon.